Hey y'all, come on in. Come on in. This is Saturday morning girl talk. We're gonna have some Saturday morning girl talk. I wish I had coffee on deck. I wish I had thought about that before I started the live. Y'all be getting ready to have girl talk. And the way that I operate, it's like I just jump right in. So I'm just gonna wait for a couple of people to jump in and then we're gonna open the doors of the sacred circle to the group. And in this particular situation, we're going to be able to have men in here. Welcome in. We're going to have girl talk in just a minute. But because the way TikTok is set up, it's going to be some men who get to get some valuable information. We're going to talk about why life gets hard and how you overcome that. Today is a live, it's my master class, and I want it to be just laid back. I want it to be just like girls or women, whichever one you want to call them, because we all of that. We all love it, and we can be babies too. We're just going to really talk about embracing who we are as women and not trying to fit into this box because it was so long I tried to fit into this box and I am not a box type of person. So I said, I can't do it anymore. I'm not going to try to do it anymore. So I'm going to live my best life based off of who I truly am. And so I decided to walk a journey of the journey less traveled, the one that is the very narrow gate because it can get very difficult. Welcome in, y'all. Welcome in. So we're going to have girl talk today. I wish I had my coffee. I don't have my coffee, but we're going to do this often because it feels so good. So we're going to talk about why life has to get hard. Life has to get hard. It has to. So let's talk about when we go into the gym and getting our bodies in order. You could say, oh, I go to the gym 5 days a week, but when you go to the gym, do you give it 100% every time? Are you watching what you eat? Because this is a balance of life. It's like a game. It's like a dance with life. And the goal is to find that happy medium, that happy balance with doing what you want to do because of your freedom and your sovereign, but then also balancing out what needs to be done, the discipline that we need to do it. So we're going to jump in and out of spirituality and spiritual conversation. We're going to jump in and out and talk about reality and how they intertwine. So when I was saying that in life, sometimes life will get hard. If we understand this going into life as little bitty kids, that there is going to come a time when life will get hard. And what that time is, that's test time. When we see a perspective and understand why things happen, then we're able to better balance it mentally. And so when we're able to balance it mentally, then we're able to create something out of that imbalance into what we want. So I got me the weighted vest from TikTok. I got me the weighted vest from TikTok, y'all. And I was walking and I could feel like I understand that this is a weighted vest. And I just heard the Most High God say, this is how life is. There are going to be some times in life where we're going to put the weighted vest on you and the weighted anklets. And life is going to seem very difficult to move forward. But what that is that it's building your resistance so that you can be strong, so that you can grow spiritually. This is not only about growing, when you go to the gym, it's not only about growing your muscles or defining your muscles, it's also about defining your life because of the resistance. And when you have so much resistance, then the question comes up, how can I relieve myself of this resistance? And then what we do is we got to let go of things that no longer serve us, right? Can I get an amen? We got to let go of things that no longer serve us. So when we're going through the difficulties of life, then that's when we just decide, okay, what is it that is pouring into me that I need? And what is it I need to let go? If I have a friend that we talk once every 3 months, once every year, but that friendship is not pouring something into my life, then I need to reevaluate the friendship and determine, why is this person in my life? If I determine that this person is not helping me move forward, that is something that is no longer serving my highest and greatest good. So I let that go, right? We let things go that no longer serve us, because in this time of life, we're wanting to arise and ascend to the next level of spiritual growth, because we have come to the time that everybody has been speaking of, in all different types of cultures and all different type of ethnicities. We've come to the time where balance has to be restored. So those who made it on the other side, those are the only ones that are going to come in here, come into this live. The ones that have made it to the other side. And I want to share with you what we just went through and what we have coming up. It is so awesome. So when we get the resistance in life, that's when we just decide, what do I need to let go? That may not relieve the resistance, but it is going to help you see your life in a different way. When the resistance come on your life, what do I need to let go that is no longer serving me? That could be people, that could be places, that could be activities, that could be a mindset, a perspective, right? It could be a car. It could be a home. It could be anything. It could be a way of living. It could be a religion. If it is no longer serving you, now is the time to part ways with it. For the most part, you want to part ways as much in peace as possible, because you don't want to ignite what we call a getting in a loop with something. So if you decide that there's a person that it's time to let go of, just let them go in peace. You know, change your phone number. Some of us have to do that, because we're going to a new way of living. And with that new way of living, we've got to cut the cords to everything that is siphoning our energy, right? We got to cut the cords to everything that's siphoning our energy, because now we are wanting to rise. Okay. So, and this is mainly girl talk, but the guys, if you guys want to stay in and listen in, you definitely can, because we're not going to get too deep, but we're going to get a little deep. Now, I'm a little bit nervous on talking about this in this kind of setting, so I'm going to skip that one. Let's go to nervous system regulation. And nervous system regulation. Well, when I was younger, because I love adventure. I jumped out of an airplane. What was it? Maybe 8 years ago. I jumped out of an airplane because I like adventure. I like the adrenaline high, or if you will. And unfortunately, I like bad boys, but they don't do nothing for me no more. I've gotten over that. But the nervous system regulation is when that is not a healthy nervous system regulation. You thrive on those very, very highs and those very, very lows. And so it's a little bit unstable, right? It is a bit toxic. Now, I'm not saying if you like it, that's a negative thing. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I got to a point in my life where I wanted my nervous system to be calm and to be serene and to be at peace. And so those relationships that cause us those great ups and those very difficult downs, that comes from trauma. And so that's why people always say, when you're looking for that person that you want to spend the rest of your life with, you want to make sure you're still not in that trauma loop, that loop of wanting those great highs and those deep, deep lows, because those are the relationships that you've been in, right? So when you get to a point where you just want peace, that's when it's time to regulate your nervous system. Welcome in. That's when it's time to regulate your nervous system. And how do you regulate your nervous system? One of my favorite ways is the breathing exercises. You take 4 deep breaths in, you hold it for 4 seconds, and then you release out of your mouth for 6 seconds. You do that in threes, and that will begin to calm your nervous system so that you're able to attract the type of things in your life that you want, and you're not attracting things in your life based on a toxic nervous system, right? We want to calm the nervous system down because the nervous system is the energetic skeleton of what we attract into our lives. So if we're used to toxic relationships, because that is the energy frequency that we're emitting, that is what we're going to draw into our lives until we starve that energy to death. Until we starve that energy where our electromagnetic field is no longer seeking toxic relationships, right? So that's why it's so important to, people are like, oh, I don't want to meditate, or, oh, I don't want to do this, or, oh, I don't want to do that. You want to meditate and you want to just have peace so that you can draw that peace back into your life. Does that make sense? Welcome in. Welcome in. I wish I had some music to play in the background and something to eat because y'all like people eating. So nervous system regulation. We're going to talk about nervous system regulation. And another one that I'm going to talk about is how do we move past being a mean girl? What is the benefit of being a mean girl? And I don't want to put the focus on the mean girl. I want to talk about how can we heal from those mean girl tendencies? Because if we are not able to coexist in an environment where everybody is thriving, where everybody is benefiting from the relationship with this woman because she has gone ahead of me and she understands some things, or benefiting from a relationship from this woman because she's experienced different things in her life that I am now experiencing, and it would benefit me to glean from the things that she has learned. How do we fix these toxic feminine relationships? Because we've had bad relationships with our mothers, we've had bad relationships with our sisters, because we've had bad relationships with other females in our lives. And so therefore, you have to act a certain way. You have to do certain things in order for other women to like you. And they're not good things. Like, why do we believe that you have to be a backbiter or a backstabber or a gossip over somebody else's life? Why do we believe these core things when it comes to woman relationships or girl to girl relationships? Why do we have to ostracize someone in order to feel good about ourselves? Why do we just not feel good in our skin? Why do we feel like we have to go get a BBL? Why do we feel like we have to do extreme measures in order to balance ourselves internally? Because everything that we do externally is because of a way that we feel internally. What is the root of it? I'm not saying it's a negative thing to get a BBL. I'm saying question, why are we getting a BBL? Question, why don't I want to work out on a daily basis, right? Question, why do I think in a certain way? I'm not trying to at all say you're a bad person if you get a BBL. It's just questioning our motives for what we do, questioning our intentions for what we do. Why do we get mad when we see another woman being fully in her own skin and standing in who she is? Why does that make me mad? We've got to answer or ask these questions in order to evolve into something else that will have us to experience a new and a better life because we've released a different mindset of being jealous, being unkind. Like, why do we feel like we need to be these things? Is it about protection? Do we feel like we're protecting ourselves from other people, so we're going to exude or we're going to be unkind to people before they're unkind to us? So this is about relationships that women have with one another. Why do I feel like I have to get close to this woman and see how she lives and see what her mindset is so that later on down the line I can try to destroy her? Why do we have these mindsets, and where did they come from? And most importantly, is this a mindset you want to keep moving into the new earth? Because these are the things that are no longer going to be tolerated. So we've got to detox from these things now before we are forced to detox. And so, what does peace mean to you? Welcome in, y'all. Welcome in. What does peace to you? Do you want peace? Do you want peace? And what does it look like if you have peace? And what area of my life feels like it's just out of balance? I just can't feel like I can move forward. You know? This is what we're going to talk about. And then I have some more notes, but they're under my phone. So I've got to welcome in. I've got to navigate. Let me see. Shoots. This is a masterclass on connection, on peace, and purpose. This is a class that, and I'm introducing it. I'm going to have a quick masterclass every Saturday to share with you guys about mindset. We all want to experience certain things. Everybody has something different that they want to experience. But how do we align ourselves with that experience? How do we align ourselves with who we believed ourselves to be when we were children and what we wanted to do? It's about self-actualizing and learning who I am from a different perspective than what I was told that I am or what I was groomed to believe that I am. Right? So we're going to talk about these things. Let's talk about those taboo subjects that nobody wants to talk about, so that when we talk about it, we're bringing it out of darkness into the light. So now we can transmute that energy into something that we want to experience in our lives. I want to see how I can create a board, but I don't know how to do it. Does anyone out there know how to create a board so we can just have a conversation? Go live with others. Okay, I think I might have found it. Click to view. Let's see. Click to view. Let me see. I don't know how to do this, y'all. Click to view co-host panel. Invite. Okay, I'm going to invite. Invite. One of these, what they ask. I don't have to jump. Okay, like somebody jumped in here. I'm like, wait a minute. I wish I could tell. I want some people to come on because we're just talking about life. And I see a guy in here, but we're going to talk about girl talk. But you guys get the opportunity to hear a little bit about girl talk. Like, why do we do the things that we do that are not beneficial to us? Like, why do we stay in relationships with people that do not honor our voice? They do not honor our presence. They do not honor us. So why do we choose to stay in their lives? Is it because they're family? They don't get the benefit of experiencing my energy if they cannot reciprocate the energy in some type of good way. And so this is about finding our purpose. Like everybody has a purpose, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And so this is not just to say, if you're a bad person, let me help you find your purpose. No, I'm coming on here to find my tribe. My tribe would be a group of ladies who are tired of doing things in the old way and they're ready to try something different, to try something new. But it's been time tested and it's been approved so that you can experience your highest timeline. If you want to experience your highest timeline, that timeline that you believed yourself to be when you were younger, that you could do anything, that you were going to have this fantastic, beautiful life, and then somewhere around life started lifing. But now we can experience that life. We're creating a safe place for people to learn how to create a beautiful life. And this is not like a get rich quick scheme or pretend I'm somebody that I'm not. No, this is really finding out what is your blueprint. What exactly do you want to experience in this life? What do you want to build when you come back around? What do you want to build for your legacy? What do you want to build for your family? That's what this is about. This is a masterclass on mastering your peace so that your nervous system, the electromagnetic system that is surrounding us, will be able to pull in the things that we want and not the things that we don't want. We're going to learn how to be aligned with our dreams and our hopes and our desires. That's what this is about. I'm gonna invite a couple of people in to see what y'all got to say about, regulating the nervous system. Let me open my book back. We talking about regulating the nervous system and how to move past being a mean girl or reframing trauma. So I'm gonna call a couple of people in and see how this works because I'm not really sure, but I'm up to see. I want to create a board so that we can come in and y'all can talk about the traumas that y'all hold in your bodies. This isn't a trash dump. Welcome in.
Hey, welcome.
How does work? How does work?
How will work?
I'm trying to create a board, right?
Uh huh.
I'm glad you tapped in. Maybe you can help me. And how do you do
All
that?
right. So when you want to create a board, you either could go here. You have to. Man, I think you got to do it before you start your live, right? So it's gonna be at the bottom, like when they have all that little stuff at the bottom, all that. And it's gonna say, let me.
But you said you tapped in here. You didn't know you was going to be a teacher.
Nah, I didn't. So it's gonna say something like. Wait, let me see. You probably don't even have it available. Do you have it available? Oh yeah, you do have it available.
You can tell.
Yeah, you got like 1,000 something followers. Yeah, you can tell. So it's gonna be like at the bottom, and then you go click it. It's gonna have like it's gonna literally say boards, like a multi-task. It's gonna say like task. Um,
Okay, that'll work. I appreciate you.
yeah, it's gonna be just play with that little stuff before you get on, before you start your live. Play with that little stuff. When you write your what you go describe your chat as before you start and shit. It's down there in that little box.
Okay, cool. I appreciate you. I don't know how to get out of here though.
Trying to leave me already?
Huh?
Trying to leave me already?
Well, what you want to talk about?
Nothing. I was just playing.
So what do y'all do? Do y'all like play video games? This is my first time doing this, and I'm just kind of curious as what this really is. I was just pushing buttons.
All right. So why you on a TikTok?
Well, see, I'm talking about spirituality, women, the new earth, getting a new life, getting a better life, attracting energy, all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
What you come up here for?
I just come up on here to chit chat and kick it. I don't come on here for no purpose. I don't want to sell nothing. I ain't trying to attract nothing. I ain't trying to gain nothing. I just come up on here just to have.
Why not? Why not? Just I know it's fun. I know it's fun, but you say you
Yeah,
ain't trying to do none of that stuff.
yeah, I just ain't trying to do none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm just regular old school. I'm used to old school live and where we just come up on here just for the company, just for the chat, just for the, you
I
know,
like that. Yeah, I
uh,
get it. I get it. I get that. I get that. What state are you in?
I'm in Illinois.
Okay, that's interesting. I'm gonna tell you. Okay, that's Chicago. Okay,
Yeah, basically. What about you?
I'm in Texas.
Oh, okay. Big city.
Yeah. Yep. 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 Yep.
I was gonna say, but yeah, I like that though. So today was your first time like opening on going live, but you got a lot of followers, so you be doing something up on here.
It's today is more like a master class. It's an entry into like metaphysics, understanding things that you really don't see and what you experience in your life based off of the spiritual realm. So that's what I like to talk about.
I'm gonna have to come through. All right, so can we give each other a follow or what? All
Absolutely.
right, let's do it.
Absolutely. Come through.
That sound good. Sound good.
And and see, this is the thing. And it could be right, but I gotta figure out some stuff. I need to figure out how you put a background
Okay.
on
So
here.
the background, I can teach you with that. So the background, you go down to the little pen. I mean, the little pen looking thing.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you're gonna go to
Oh, I see it.
X, and then you're gonna go to. It's gonna have a green screen with the arrow going down.
Hmm.
It's gonna have a green screen with the arrow going down. I don't know if you gotta find it, and then
I'm in here,
uh,
but it's just thinking for whatever reason.
okay, because this is probably your first time using it or something.
That's so good to know. I wish it would work. Damn it. So at least I know how to do it, but it is not working for me.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so it's not letting me do nothing on this thing. I don't understand it. Okay. Okay, I'm back.
Okay. So if it don't,
Oh, that's where boards is too.
okay. So now you see the boards.
I do.
Okay, so great. That's good. Okay.
Let me see. And this is how you get people inside, a whole lot of people up here,
What do you mean?
and they can just talk.
Oh, what? Oh, the panels where you create a little panel with multi-view and all that stuff.
Right.
You can do that with the orange and blue ones too. Also at the bottom of your screen. Also,
Okay. Oh, wow.
yeah, it's a lot that you can do over there. Play with that. You want me to accept that? No, right?
I'm just, trying to figure it out.
Okay.
And what would happen if you accepted it?
Something probably would have popped on the screen.
Oh, and then if we wanted to start some type of match, we could do that.
Yes.
Okay.
My name is David, by the way, too. Dave.
Oh, nice to meet you, Dave. I'm Kim. I'm chemistry.
Chemistry. Okay, man. You ain't married or nothing over there, right? I can yank and yank a little bit with you now. You don't take it too personal. I just let you. I don't want to say I don't want to crack a joke. You be like,
I'm finna get back to my master class. That's what I was doing, but it was good tapping in with you.
oh, it's too long. You got everything now. You use me for everything now. That's crazy. I'm just trying to crack a joke. You see what I'm saying? You ain't even answer my question though. You trying to run away? What I do? I
Let me
like
think
your
if I have
outfit.
another question. I'm just playing. I'm
I
just
like,
kidding.
I like your outfit.
Thank you.
What? You ain't answer my question, do you?
What was the question?
Do you got a husband over there around the corner?
He's not here at this time.
Okay, great. This time chemistry, because the chemistry is chemistry. All right, now I ain't gonna hold you now. I'm gonna let you go. All right.
Have a good one.
Me too.
I know how to get out of here. Okay. Cool. All right, y'all. So that was that. Um, so peace. What is peace? What does peace mean to y'all? How do you have that peace so that you can start creating things that you want in your life? Hold up now. I'm gonna move some things out the way, so I gotta get to. Okay. My book of Enoch. Okay, I need some breakfast or something, guys. So yeah, and so let's see, what else are we talking about? Knowledge of self. Knowledge of self. Let's talk about knowledge of self. Like understanding the boundaries when people don't treat you the way that you expect to be treated or you deserve to be treated, putting up boundaries so that if they can't follow the rules, whether they spoken or unspoken, they can't be around. Welcome in, welcome in. So we're talking about female relationships. We're talking about spirituality and going to a higher timeline, experiencing a higher timeline. I want to see something if I can change my background. Y'all, I'm trying to figure this thing out. Anybody want to come on for a minute? Anybody want to come on? We're talking about purpose, connection, peace, building wealth, having a sovereign life. Come on in, y'all. Let's talk about the sovereign life. Welcome in, Toya. We're talking about, how do we move from being a mean girl? How do we experience our highest timelines? We're talking about initiations spiritually at different levels of our lives by women that have experienced and grown in the wisdom of their lives so that they can help the younger women navigate and move through these different initiations that we go through that we don't quite understand. Particularly like when you first start on your cycle, right before you get married, right before you have children, right before a huge career change. There are different initiations that we are supposed to go through when we're within a tribe. But because they have taken away that community support system, women have had to go through things alone without knowing how to navigate through very difficult times in their lives. But now that we've moved into the age of Aquarius, into the new earth, now we're forming groups of women where we can go through our initiation periods accurately so that we can take within us those lessons so that we can pass them down to our children and to the community, right? So we're reforming, we're reframing how we live our lives. It's not living from wanting to grab everything on the outside of us. It's about cultivating everything within us so that we just naturally give birth to the life that we want. But it is about waking up to consciously who we are. To thine own self be true. To thine own self be true. Welcome in. Welcome in. So another thing that is going to be very important is connecting to your inner guide. Not looking on the outside of yourself for somebody to help you with the next steps. And so when you get to a place where you've gone through a couple of initiations and you learn how to trust your inner knowing, then that's when you're going to go to a different initiation, which will teach you how to connect to your higher spirit within to create and build a new life. Welcome in. Welcome in, guys. So I'm going to do a quick read over, just a quick read. Anybody have any questions or want a quick read? Have a question about your life and what's going on? Drop your question. Drop your question so I can give you a little bit of a insight into your situation. It's been a long time since I've been on here doing readings. And I covered me and my collective with the bright light from Archangel Michael, Ariel, Jophiel, Gabriel, and Megatron. That as we go into the spirit realm to get messages, that nothing low vibratory can enter. Only high frequency individuals are able to enter this chat. Any questions? You can get an answer on career, inner peace, purpose, wealth. What questions do y'all have? I'm going to just, without any questions, I'm going to just see what we're going to talk about right now. Where are you going? I make time to recharge my battery. The world needs my energetic light. And so that's what, hold on, y'all. That's what we're talking about. Really positioning ourselves so that we can do what makes us light up, so that we can light up the world energetically, so that the darkness has to flee. That's the time that we're in now. We're cleansing ourselves of things that no longer serve us so that our light can shine, so the world can see. It's enough darkness. And so what our purpose is at this time is to truly light up the world through our light by operating in our purpose. That is my specialty. Brown rice. That is my specialty. Helping you live a very purposeful life, a very peaceful life, and building your wealth for your life and your family's life. So what is the energy with the collective that I'm connecting to right now? What is going on with the energy of the collective that I'm collecting to? The collective that I'm connecting with right now is a group of people who have experienced what it feels like to be the black sheep, not accepted, for truly just not bending to be what other people want you to be. That you've chosen to walk in your true self. This is who this message is for. This message is for people who refuse to bend down and serve other things that are outside of them, whether it be culture, whether it be a group of people, whether it be a mindset of how things are supposed to be done, that's the group of people that I'm connecting with. The group of people that I'm connecting with, they speak with confidence, and that is how they shine their light. And although a lot of people do not appreciate it, it still brings the light. It still does what it's supposed to do. Continue to speak with confidence so that the world can see. Because your confidence is what brings the light. I'm connecting with a group of people who are world changers. I'm connecting with a group of people who are artists. I'm connecting with a group of people who are not the everyday, ordinary type of person that goes to work, come home, cook dinner, clean up, take a shower, go to bed. No, the people that I'm connecting with are people that are world changers. Y'all do things according to the beat of your own drum. And I think I'm speaking with the Taurus. I'm speaking with the earth signs. Yeah. I'm speaking to a group of people that are like going through a midlife change. I'm not going to say crisis. It's a change because you're surrendering to your higher self. And there can be a little bit of turbulence when you choose to surrender to your higher self, because at that time you're going against the grain. And when you start to go against the grain is going to start to go against you. It's going to feel very uncomfortable. But at this time in your life, this is the only way that you can go. You can't even see going or doing anything else. You're surrendering your desires. You're surrendering what you believed life was supposed to look like for you, because you are recognizing that as you go up the tide is coming back down, and you are not able to move forward until you surrender. That's the group of people I'm talking to. I'm talking to a group of people who are outside of the box. They are not just people that are experiencing life on a daily basis. The group of people I'm speaking to are the ones that are looking from a place of universal growth, expansion. The group of people that I am speaking to and are drawing to me are the ones that have the ideas that come hell or high water, they're going to walk this thing out, even when it gets difficult. I'm speaking to a very, very select group of individuals. I'm speaking to people that they cannot even function in the way the old world has functioned. And they know that they're creating a brand new path. And I'm here to tell you that the path that you're creating is the path that you're supposed to create. It's not been done before. You're being called to create that path. And in addition to that, you are going to be recognized for creating that path. A lot of times people open the door and open the way for others to come behind them. And what happens is they never get the credit that they should have gotten, because they opened a way. Like what I'm seeing is like a wilderness or a cornfield. And when you walk through the cornfield, it is very difficult to walk because no one has opened the way in the past. But you're a way opener. And you will get your credit for being a way opener. I'm talking to people who are here and ready and understand that it is their turn to live out their dream, live it very, very brightly, and come hell or high water, you're going to walk it out until it comes into fruition and beyond, until it becomes what you have already seen it be. Because if you've already seen it, you've just tapped into a higher timeline, and it is your responsibility to walk it out one step at a time. Don't get overwhelmed. Don't get afraid. Just take it one step at a time. I'm talking to the change agents. I'm talking to the ones who have this purpose in their soul that they're going to walk it out. I'm talking to the people that are done just talking, that they are moving and making plans and reframing their mindset in a way that will fuel them to move forward. I'm talking to a very specific group of people. I have been like tossing and turning and going through some different things in my mind over the last couple of weeks because I have a message to give. I just couldn't remember or pull out who are the people that I'm supposed to give this message to. I'm supposed to give this message to the people that are ready to create the new earth. It is time to build that business. It is time to write that book. It is time to, at the level that you're at, become the chef. It is time to do the foundational work, the work that is not seen. It's the work that takes place in the spirit realm, in your mind, in your heart, and your sacral chakra. You're lining everything up to build and create what's been in your mind for a very long time. Now it is time to bring that from the spirit realm into the natural realm in the way that your spirit team is telling you to bring it. This will be done not in a way that is laborsome or laborious. It's going to be in a way of beauty, peace, joy. Have you seen, when you see people doing something that they love, you can tell that they're doing it because they love it. That's what you're going to do, whatever this is that you're going to do. You're going to do it in the energy of pure joy, and you'll lose time while you're doing it because you love it so much. We're no longer laboring to bring things into the new earth. You're releasing anger from the past so that you can live free in the present. That's why it's a present. It's something that has been given to you, and you have an opportunity to enjoy the present or not. And it doesn't have to be in these big extravagant ways. Is if you have a desire internally to create or to build something, the first thing that you would do to bring it out of the spirit realm into the natural realm is to write it down. You've just brought it into another dimension. So now it's not only 1D, it's 2D. And then when you speak about it, that makes it 3D. But you brought it from the mental into the natural by writing it down, right? And then you want to keep on bringing it more into the dense level, bringing it more into the physical level. This is about making love to something that you love and then giving birth to it. We have been conditioned to believe that everything is supposed to come fast and everything is supposed to come easy, but that's counterproductive to the way that nature is. If we see that when we start, if we move into a new house and we plant a tree, they start with seeds, little bitty seeds. And then after you've lived there 15, 20 years, then that little bitty seed is a whole tree that's giving shade to the whole family. It starts out small. So it is okay to start out small. It is okay to water and nurture and cleanse and clear your garden as it is growing. It is okay to not speak about it for a moment, for a season, because it is getting rooted in the ground. It's getting rooted in the earth so that it won't, when the first wind blows or a storm comes, that it won't be blown away. This is how nature works. We are reconnecting back to nature. We are reconnecting back to nature so that we can create new and different things that we've never experienced that are coming into your mind right now. My words, my voice is for those who are ready to build that dream, who are ready to build that home, to build that family, to build a new identity. That's who I'm looking for. Welcome in. This energy is of someone who was lost, but now they're found. They were blind, but now they can see. So they're choosing to build a new, different life in sovereignty, in wealth, in honor, in artistic creations, poetry, book writing, ballet, going back to the culture, gardening, going back to nature, going to people that respect money, that people respect it. And when you respect money, you use money in a different way. You don't use it in a way that is destructive. You use it in a way that it grows, because the energy connected to the money that you have, you put it in the earth so that it can grow for humanity at the same time for your family. Money respects me. I respect money. Money wants to flow to where money will continue to flow, not where it's stopped up, not where people hoard it and they have lots of money in the bank and the person next to them, for whatever reason, is struggling and they don't share it. That means it stops with them and it's not flowing. I'm looking for the people who want a different perspective on community. I'm looking for people who want to put their desires and their dreams and their goals in a place where it will grow and not be fruitless. I'm looking for the people who understand that sleep is a spiritual practice for a lot of reasons. I'm looking for the people that understand that we are in different layers, different dimensions, different timelines, and we can connect with higher timelines through sleep. I'm not looking for hustlers that don't never want to go to sleep. I'm looking for people who want to incorporate the spiritual realm into their daily lives so that they can experience a beautiful life of heaven on earth. I'm looking for the people who are ready to create heaven on earth in their lives and expand it to the community, and it ultimately expands to humanity. I'm looking for the people who are looking back from the past so they can understand what's going on in the future. I'm looking for people who are ready to reframe trauma so that they can use that energy to build something that's never been created before. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? I'm looking for people who understands that there is some resistance in the earth against you walking in your power. But you're going to do it anyway. Where y'all at? I'm looking for the spiritual gangsters that understand that we live in a quantum reality. And when we align with what we want, it don't have no choice but to come. I'm looking for those that were left and forgotten about, because those are the ones that stand 10 toes down. I'm looking for those who love to eat, who love to eat good food and a good laugh and good community. Yeah, I'm looking for a specific type of group of people because I have a message. This is something that I really, really, really love is helping people give birth to their dreams when they thought that it was too late. No, it's never too late. If you still breathing on this side, it's never too late. I'm looking for world changers because I have the blueprint of how to help you create the life of your dreams. And it's exciting to me. So this is the masterclass. We are starting to enroll April 25th, 2026 into Awaken Spiritual Academy, which will consist of different courses, metaphysics, just girl talk. We will would discuss different events that we would have, and we'll create something new. And I'm excited to invite you guys. And this is for men too. Men can join because they won't be able to be in all of the classes, but they will be able to be in some of the classes. It's about really weaving spirituality into your daily life so that you can connect to your higher self. Because your higher self is the self that help you decide to come into this earth on this mission at this time. And so this is going to be a fun journey. And so I will be back for sure next Saturday, but I may come back in between. I may come back in between that time and another time. But before I leave, I want to read an excerpt out of the book of Enoch. Why is my live going to end? Hold on, y'all. I forgot it does me like this sometimes. So I'm going to read a little bit out of the book of Enoch as we close out. And this is going to be chapter 31. And then I'm going to share with you what that means in regular life. So the book of Enoch, chapter 31. And I saw another mountain in which were trees from which water flowed, and it flowed like nectar, which is called Sarira and Galbanum. And over this mountain I saw another mountain on which were aloe trees, and these trees were full of layered substance like almond. And in taking that fruit, it was better than all the odors. And so I'm going to leave with that passage, that in taking the fruit from the mountains, it was better than all the odors. So what this is as we go through the valleys and the terrains of our lives, the great highs and the great lows, there is always something that we should glean from the lessons of being in those lows as well as the highs, so that it would leave your life with a fine odor. Although you may have gone through the gutters, you don't have to be the gutter. You can use that experience in that situation in a way that leaves you smelling like a beautiful scent to the nose of the Most High. That yes, I may have gone through this situation. Yes, I may have experienced great highs, and then I have experienced great lows, and then decide to become bitter in life. We don't have to be bitter because of bitter situations. Let's pull out the nectar of every situation so that we can leave as a fresh, beautiful scent unto the Most High God. And until the next time, namaste.